Hey everyone, this is Tom Desmond of Apricot Law with a detailed analysis of your top local competitor. Being ranked in the top 3 for car accident lawyer in your city is a very good way to get a lot of car accident cases. So in this video, you'll watch me pick apart every little detail of that top ranking site in your city so you can see exactly how they got there. SEO, link metrics, and some conversion factors too. More importantly, you'll see how we would outrank them so you can get those calls and cases. Now, I know that's a bold statement, so at the end of the video, I added a proof segment, which will allow you to see some of our clients that are ranking for car accident lawyer in some major cities. Before we jump into this analysis, you need to understand the 2 main components of organic ranking, and those are relevance and authority. So this is very important. Please spend the next 3 minutes with me to review this so you can get the most out of the analysis. Here we go. Relevance. Relevance is everything that we do on your site. The term relevance in SEO describes the extent to which the content of a website's page matches the search term used. There's 7 elements that Google uses to determine relevance, and we'll look at all of those in the video. Most phrases that you want to rank for will require a dedicated landing page, but that being said, a properly built landing page will rank for different permutations of that phrase and its synonyms. Authority. Authority ratings like PA, page authority, and DA, domain authority, refer to website strength, and that's rated from 1 to 100. 100 is the strongest. Strength comes from backlinks, and a backlink is a link on another website that points to your website. We think of backlinks like nutrition. It's your website's nutrition. So like diet, good backlinks make your website healthy and strong, and bad backlinks make your website sick and weak, and in some cases penalized. To go a little deeper with links, I added this. This is link qualities. Links have to be diverse, meaning they have to come from many different kinds of websites. Web 2.0, directories, press release, article syndications, guest posts, social media, and PBN, that's private blog networks, which are the strongest. Those links have to be relevant. So relevance is important, and we estimate that about 85% of your links should come from law-related sites to increase that TF score. That's trust flow. Links have to be authoritative and focused. So just like what we're trying to do to your website, which is increase its authority, those links have to come from authoritative websites. That's what it ultimately increases your authority. And they have to be focused. So you don't want those pages linking to you to have tons of outbound links, because that dilutes the nutrition coming from those authority websites. Anchor text ratio is very important. Anchor text is the text that the link is built on, and to avoid over optimization penalties, which is the penguin penalty, exact match anchors must be 4% or below, which means if you have 100 links pointing to your site, you want only 4 of them to be that exact match. The link itself, Miami car accident lawyer, for example, should only be 4 out of those 100 links if you want to rank for that phrase. Then velocity. Velocity is the rate that other sites are linking to you. So you can't have 5 referring domains one week and then the next week 200 referring domains, because that's just unnatural. So link velocity is very important. In summary, websites with sharp on-page elements and solid backlinking profiles rank in the top 3 for anything they want and get the most traffic. And hands down, no exceptions to that rule. This is the good news. 94% of the websites that we see in the legal industry can be easily knocked off the first page, outranked for any phrase in 4 months or less. So let's take a close look at your competition, and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here we are at Google. Here's the phrase, Reno, Nevada car accident lawyer. Here we have the ads, even though they're at the top. We know they don't get as many clicks as the organic section does. There's the map section, which is very important. You want to be ranked in maps, and you do that by making sure you have all your directories and local citations set up properly. And it also helps to get some reviews. Here's the winner circle. In the top 3, we have the Fine Law directory in the number 1 position, which is actually that makes me happy to see that, because I know I can push this site out of the way, because it's not, although the domain authority is high, so you can see it's a 91, the page authority is 1. So this page is not that strong. In fact, it's as weak as it can be. The reason it's up there is because the domain authority is so high. Now, how do you beat that number 1 spot? You become more relevant and a little bit more authoritative with your PA, and that's exactly what this website did and is about to do, I'm sure. And here's another website that's ranked in the top 3. So we'll just take a quick peek at these. As I said before, this page authority and domain authority. And here I have this tool here. It's a plugin, so the Moz plugin. So it gives us these numbers. And let's take a quick look at the top 10 and see what's going on with just these numbers. It's not a perfect science, but it's a good indication of the strength. Or it is really just about strength, but it doesn't always show you exactly where these sites should be ranked. So we have in the number 2 spot, we have a page authority of 35, domain authority of 25, and in the homepage title, we have basically all the keywords that we searched, right? So we searched Reno, Nevada car accident lawyer. All of those phrases are in the title. We have Reno, we have the word attorney, we have car accident lawyer, we have Nevada, so it's all in there. And this site, and that's the homepage ranking. In this site, this is actually the better way to do it. They rank their internal page. So you see this is a page on the website. This is their domain. This is their domain, but it's the home page because there isn't another URL over here like this one has. So they're ranking their internal page for Reno car accident lawyer, and you can see that's the title of that page. It's right furthest to the left, which is the most powerful place to put that keyword. So these two are going to be battling it out for number 2 and number 3 and possibly number 1 soon if they do their links properly. And then as we come down the page, we see another home page ranked number 5, and they don't even have the phrase in the title, which is nice to see. It shows me that it's not such a competitive term. Wouldn't be hard to bounce up there. Here's a website that has that exact phrase in the title, and it's also the exact phrase is in the URL, so it's very relevant, right? So it's in the URL and it's in the title. It made it to the number 6 spot, but look, the page authority is a 1, and there's 0 links. So, oops, I didn't mean to click that. So this is actually probably the right way to set up your page. It is the right way to set up your page. It just, if you were to get some links to this page, you'd be able to climb up pretty quickly. All right. Let's look at the top ranking firm quickly, see if there's anything that jumps out at us. So here's the tool. I'll move that tool up to the top so we can take a peek what's going on here. The URL, like we said, is just the home page. That's a Canadian site. It's interesting. It has a Canadian flag there. And here is their page title, which is optimized but not sharply optimized for car accident lawyer. Here's the meta description, which has no effect on ranking, but it's actually best practices to let Google choose your meta description, which populates this area. This is the meta description. So if you tell Google what to put there, it will. If you let Google choose what words from your page to put in that meta description, it will choose the best words for you. So it's better to leave that blank and let Google choose. I'll go back here, and then let's check out their H1 tag. Reno personal injury lawyers. Let's look at some of their H2s. They must have something about car accidents in their H2s. They don't. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So we're coming down the page. There's a good amount of content on this page. Not a lot. It's a pretty simple website. A couple of these boxes here. Here's the vehicle accident silo. Now, I'm not sure if it's a silo or not. I'm going to check and see if it's properly set up like a silo. A silo is when you build a lot of relevant content into your website and you put it in your specific folder. So if you wanted to really rank for car accident lawyer, and you the proper way to set up your website is to create one really long car accident lawyer page, and then add a lot of other car accident related pages to the site and put it in the car accident folder. So you're really strengthening that part of your site. But it doesn't look like they did that. Here's their... All right, so I see what they did. Check this out. Here's their personal injury overview page, which turns into a folder when you put another page into it. That's the parent-child relationship. Within that personal injury overview, they put the motor vehicle accidents, and then within the motor vehicle accidents folder, they put car accidents. And they might also have truck accidents and motorcycle accidents. But yeah, this is not the best way to set up a site. But it looks like an old site done by Fine Law, so that's how they did it back then. All right, I'm not really impressed with this, and there's not really much to say about it. It's not a hard site to outrank because it's kind of outdated, and that's an old way of setting up folders, and we know now that Google doesn't really like that. So that's exciting for you. And here's their homepage links. Let's take a look at that. Now, before I do that, actually, let me just go down the 7 elements. So we talked about page title, and I'll open up this tool again to show you. Here's their page title. It's optimized. It says car accident, lawyer, Nevada. It says Reno over here. The URL is the homepage, so that's not really optimized. And then the H tags. Here's their H1 tag. It's Reno Personal Injury Lawyers. So it's really not optimized for car accident lawyer. The content on the page, there's not that many words on the page, really. To rank for a really heavy phrase, well, I shouldn't put it that way because they are ranking for it. To outrank a site like this, an attorney or law firm needs to come up with maybe 1,000 or 1,200 words of content, really like great original content with bullet points pointing to other internal pages of the site. That's another one of the elements is internal linking. You want to provide good information for your readers, and in a way, the best way to reach the readers too, whether they're a custom sidebar or bullet points with with links to those internal pages, and then set up the 7th element is a silo, and a silo is that child-parent relationship that I described before. So you want to build a really strong car accident silo. Have your car accident page be filled with great information, 1,200 words, lots of bullet points pointing to internal pages, and then those internal pages are car accident related, and they're built on that within that car accident folder. So you're really strengthening the relevance of that section of your site. So that's kind of in a nutshell how that works. And once you have that set up, then it's time to build authority. Now that you have the relevance covered, let's move on to authority. That's the idea. And authority comes from backlinks, like I explained before. And this tool, Moz, tells us basically what any website is eating. It tells us the diet of that website. Let me log into the tool so we can see what's going on here. So you're only as good as your diet, right? You are what you eat. It's the same thing with websites. The website is only as strong as the other websites linking to it. So that's why the nutrition is the perfect analogy. And this tool, Moz, puts the best bit of nutrients right up at the top. So this is their best link. It comes from PR Web, and the nutrients comes from the page, not the domain. So the domain authority of PR Web is a 90, which is massive. That's a very big, powerful domain. But you're not really getting that juice. You're getting the juice from the page because that's where the link is. And it's not really enough to just say, okay, that's your nutrition. You have to look a little deeper. So that's what I do. Click the link and find where that link is. Let's see. These are all pointing to other internal pages on this site. And that's what PR Web does. You have to kind of click around. There we go. So it's a 301 redirect, or it's just a redirect. So here's their link. If you look in the lower left, down here, it'll show you that that link is going to another prweb.net redirect. And then when you click on it, it redirects to the homepage. So that's their best link, which is a good link. It's not an easy link to get. PRWeb's kind of a pain in the neck to deal with, but it's valuable. And here's the second best link is a PA43, and it's Yellow Pages. Let's take a look at that because I want to explain something. There is a lot of links on this page. So even though that the page authority and the nutrition is pretty good, it's a nice number, it's not that strong because it's diluted. All of these other links on the page are sharing that nutrition. I tend to beat this into the ground, so I'll try not to. I might give you another example. Here's another one, probably. Nope, this is a good link. The FindLaw profile is a good link. It's PA40, and there's not a lot of other links on this page, right? Here's the link right there going to their homepage. Click on it, opens it up. It's a good link. As long as it's not a massive directory. Okay, here's another one. So this is why they're ranking well, because they have these good links. This is a good link. This is a PA39, and there's only one, or there's a handful of links on the page, but there's really only one power link coming off of this page, and it's going right to their domain. So they're getting a lot of juice. Click on this one. Now here's an example of not such a great link. Page authority of 39. It's coming from lawyers.com. And that's just one of the internal pages. It's one of the directory pages, so that's pretty diluted. And there's their link right there. They're paying for that sponsored listing. Let's keep going down. See if I see something really powerful. Now, something really powerful to me is like a blog network link, like a private site. Not one of these big law firm sites, not a big directory, but like somebody's blog where they wrote a story about you, and there's one link on the page and it's pointing to you, and it's a relevant link. It's coming from a well-established website. Those are the powerful ones, and I do this all the time, so I see a lot of these popping up in link building profiles, and when I see a whole bunch of these private blog network links in a profile, then I think, all right, now I have my work cut out for me if I want to beat these guys. But I don't see a lot of that kind of stuff in this profile. This is kind of like what I'm talking about, but it's not really. It's PA21. It's just a directory, and you can see their link right here is right within the content of an article. And that's the most powerful. That's what Google sees this and thinks, all right, this is an article, and within the article, this law firm is being referenced. It's more powerful than a directory where it's obvious that you paid for this listing and you're getting a link. That's a paid link. It's not as powerful as somebody naturally linking to you, even though this may not be that natural. So those are like the bone-crushing links. I'll check one more. This is a crappy link. It's just almost like a link farm, right? PA14, not a lot of authority, and there's 5 other links on here sharing that juice. So you get the idea. Maybe I'll check one more for you. I don't want the video to be too long because there's a proof segment that you might find interesting coming up soon. Let's just take a quick peek at this one because I have a feeling this guy might be creeping up. Strange logo. Doesn't really, looks like it's a lot of place. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like a boxer with like a club hand. And it's very strange. Unless this attorney is also a boxer. That could be, I guess that's what it's about. All right, fighting for you. Exact match, H1 tag, car accidents in the URL. Let's check the page title as we saw before. Exact match page title. So they have the top 3 things in place. They have a personal injury sidebar, but it's not a custom car accident sidebar. It would probably be better if they had a custom car accident sidebar. Let's see if they have that. No, they don't. Here's their custom sidebar for auto accidents. Nope, that's the same one. Trucking. Yeah, it's the same as this one. It's just in a different place. All right, let's take a look at their links. Scorpion site. They have one link going to that page. Scorpion doesn't really build a lot of links. Most of their sites actually don't rank. Here's, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't want to get anybody to get mad at me for saying something like that. I know Scorpion, they do great websites, and I think they're great. They're not really ranking websites. They're more like pretty websites, and they set you up with AdWords pay-per-click. Visually, this is a great link. Check it out. It's a PA39, and here's it's an infographic. You get a link from that page authority. It's a good link. ABA Journal. That's a great link because it's only him, right? Good stuff there. I won't spend too much time on this. I'm just curious. Here's a kind of a spammy link that's turning orange, and they have their directory stuff set up. All right. Good stuff. Great. So let's, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's take a peek at some of the proof stuff that I have for you. So here's the proof segment, and the point of the proof segment is to show you that the strategies that you just learned do actually work in this competitive market. So I'm just going to run through all these quickly. We'll see the term like this up here, and then I'll click on our client in the SERPs and flip down to the bottom, and so you can see our logo in the subfooter. I chose a handful of these. There's only about 15 or so up here. We do have plenty more, but these are significant, and I'll explain the significance and why I chose them when I go through them. And also, keep in mind, we have an amazing offer. So fill out the form on this page to take advantage of our free website audit video. You get a video in about 24 hours. It's a custom video analysis of your website, shot by me, and sent to you for you to watch at your leisure. There's no strings, there's no obligation, it's just free, and it's really, there's no better way to really see what's going on with your internet marketing. So take advantage of that. All right, let's jump in. So first, I just wanted to show you a sample ranking report from one of our clients. This is our New York City client. We built this website from scratch, and he's ranked, these are all #1 rankings here. Let's see, he's got like 42, 41 #1 rankings. These are all page 1 rankings, all car accident related, all over New York City, Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, Queens. And there's 239 page 1 rankings. So this is a monster site. Here, Austin, personal injury lawyer. I chose that because a lot of people want to rank for that in addition to their car accident page. So here's Paul Colley, that's our client. We built this site from scratch. There's a logo at the bottom. Brooklyn car accident lawyer, super competitive. Here's our client right here in the #1 spot. There's 3 million people in Brooklyn, so that is a very powerful phrase to be #1 for. Here's Brooklyn truck accident lawyer. I added that because here's an example of him taking up 2 spots. That's #2 and #3. His truck accident page and his car accident page are both taking up those spots for Brooklyn truck accident lawyer. Miami car accident lawyer. This is one of the most competitive phrases in the industry. Here's our client here, Boris Levent. Here's a website we built for him, brand new from scratch. Now this is significant because he's a very young guy. He's a solo practitioner. Here's his pop-up. It's a cool site. And he's outranking all of those huge firms in Miami who are spending an enormous amount of money trying to rank for that phrase, and we got him up there very quickly. Here's our logo at the bottom. Salt Lake City, car accident attorney, Craig Swap. Here his website is at the #3 spot. Here's our logo. Now I also chose Boise. Now this is significant because it's the same firm, Craig Swap. And I know you've probably heard that, you can't rank for multiple locations. That's totally untrue. In fact, these are different states, and we rank the same website in Salt Lake City, Boise, and Spokane, Washington. Here he is again, #2. car accident lawyer. Okay. Now, here's Orange County. We even left out the word county, and we still ranked him in the number 2 spot. This is DKB. They're a brand new firm in California, and we were their first SEO company. We built the site from scratch. Here's our link. They're great people. Here, I'll show you their homepage quickly. Nice looking site, good photos, great content, icons. Here's an example of how to rank for a long tail phrase. So Orange County drunk driving accident lawyer. Anytime you put drunk driving in any kind of phrase, it becomes extremely competitive, as you can imagine. And we ranked him for number 2 and 3. So his car accident page ranks because it's relevant for car accident, even though the word car is not in the phrase. And we ranked his DUI accident. So he's taken up 2 spots. Very interesting. And here's just San Francisco car accident lawyer. Here's Jesse Crisp. His internal page ranks for that phrase, I think in the top 4. And here's Lake County car accident lawyer is an example of ranking for a longer tail phrase. And for that, we pushed his homepage up into the number 1 spot. So there's Jesse. So there's just a little bit of proof. Feel free to reach out. If you have a question, call me or send an email. Definitely take advantage of that free website audit video. And I'm looking forward to talking to you. Okay, all the best. Take care.